following a very thrilling game one that went down to the wire. 2 is set up very nicely as Hato takes home field, looking to tie the series up, and Adrian is looking to upset him on the road. As I don't know if it's truly an upset winning game 1, but being the away team, you're always the underdog in Biñho. As Hato will kick us off again in game 2.
Yeah, I was say much like game 1, Hato starts us off.
Closely starts that one, almost getting it all the way through that lane on his second shot of the match. Goes for the inside part of the finger. That was a very nice play. Took a cool little bounce off there. With these lines, the ball, it could take an extra skip upward and bounce if it has some spin on it that isn't usual, and the topward spin, I should say.
Yeah.
To keep it down. If it has some sideways spin, if you hit it from the bottom, it can kick up some funny way. That was a nice clean
There's
shot.
no funny way there.
Nothing but net. 40 seconds in, Adrian gets on the board as he takes the lead, as he did in game 1, as he hopes for the same outcome, pushing him onto the title next to Club Shiesty for the season 2 winner. I mean, this one is, I don't even know what else to say. I was about to say something about the shot, wanted him to finish it before I jinxed it, and I guess my thoughts just jumped into his head as he hits the lane and goes up 2-0. Hato looking for that strike straight down the middle, where he hits that middle defenseman. He's just getting unlucky there, hitting that same defender about 3 times now to start this one.
Almost coming up there.
Failed clear there by Adrian, unable to capitalize.
Maybe
looked a little too close to the pins.
I was about to say, maybe now we'll see some more offense, and we got it right there.
He just needed the ball a little bit backed up into his comfort zone. As we saw in game 1, all of his direct shots were hit from on his side of the pitch. So having it up against Adrian's pin probably is no good for him. He just likes a little more struggle, wants to put more power on the shot, which on this field is probably needed. You know, if you shoot it a little bit too close, you don't put enough power on it. Thinking you're going to hit it too hard.
Turn up the DJ.
Oh, shit. Turn him up. Almost gets through. Adrian almost does the same exact things. They both found the same lane and the same defender, but just kicks out wide.
I like to call that one the Nike shot. He's just not fully there. Off the band work.
He gets it, knocks this one up at around the 2-minute mark. Both teams hitting those lanes. I mean, different ways to do it. Last game, like I said before, Hato hit most of his shots on direct, so it was nice to see him incorporate those pins early on, knowing that he still has that in his bag later on in the match. If he needs to go pinball route, it's not something that he hasn't done in a while. So that's a good start for him in this one. Hopefully he can find his first advantage of this game. As when he had the lead in game 1, he didn't give it up until the last 30 seconds or so. So this one, he holds on to it.
Right.
I say the thought process is fully play a defensive game once you get the lead, and Adrian knots this one, at the 3-minute mark, gets his third on the scoreboard. Almost. I mean, that one, as we saw in the doubles, those shots low on the wide band, hitting off that low pin, is a real nice setup shot when you have a guy there, but when you playing by yourself, you need a little bit more power on it, so when it kicks off that baseline, it has enough to roll back. So maybe Adrian, he was watching those doubles games, same as Hato. They didn't play, but seeing those skill moves, maybe subconsciously they're
not putting them into effect.
They're not putting it into. Oh, that was very close to being a double touch as he shuffled that ball forward once he connected Adrian straight down the lane.
You know, I've never seen a club that's like so comfortable, whether they're home or away. It just looks like they're playing their own game effortlessly anytime.
Or whether they have the lead or not, as he has the lead and he's playing just like he did last game when he was down by 3.
Yeah. Never too comfortable, just, damn.
That last roll was needed there for Hato to get onto that darker shade green.
Cujo's going to have to get something going right now.
That's his 4th corner. He's put in there. Adrian just keeps kicking it out.
Long.
That one hit off the post to set it up. Adrian with the field clear. And
Should've listened to me.
Hato is down 1. As Sammy was right, that cat and mouse game did go long. A little bit longer than maybe it needed to. If Adrian took a strong clear on the shot beforehand, maybe he doesn't have that clear get stuck there inside his box. But now Hato is down 1, approaching the 2-minute warning. There's plenty of time here for him to push a game 3 as Adrian is trying to get 3 more, end this series up and walk away our Season 2 Tribe Biñho Cup title winner. He had just passed the 2-minute warning, fellas. 2-minute warning. That one doesn't get through that lane. And Hato just takes a little wide bounce there off that last defender. Kicks it
that one didn't get off the exit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so close. It just could have took the exit left. It just didn't want to follow.
But honestly, it probably took the roll of that lighter shade part of the turf, because if you did see it rolled right in front of the goal and then hit that pin and then hit that post to Hato's right. So maybe a little bit more shots from overhand rather than the side, because if you have a little bit of side curve, it's going to kick onto that line and roll all the way wherever it can. Goes for the band and almost gets it. So he puts it on the doorstep there. 60 seconds remaining.
Now he could finesse and curve it.
We already had one failed clear from Adrian. That one, I guess, is another, but just lucky enough where it's outside the box and doesn't. Almost threatens Hato with his shot there. But unlike his other shots where he scored, that one found a pin. Because those straight shots from these teams have been nothing but nets. They've been hitting Steph Curry 3-pointers all night. I mean, with these mesh nets, it is exactly a nothing but net shot. So, I mean, Maybe we get one of those. And almost
Wow.
got on, as I was talking about it, Hato doesn't clear it out of his side of the field.
Almost was
Adrian
a dagger.
has a chance. And he doesn't capitalize. It just hits off the post.
Cujo's are just, they're live.
15 seconds remaining of regulation. 15 seconds.
No.
And he takes a
That's-
2-point lead. We will add stoppage for the goals before the golden goal scenario. We will add 45 seconds of stoppage for the goals.
Cujo's going to have to answer really quick.
Oh, that was a very nice shot. Had a chance of skipping over and getting in 5 seconds into that time. Oh, and he's looking to end this one as he takes a 3-point lead. 6-3. Adrian's on match point, and he ends it before stoppage time comes to a conclusion. Our Season 2 Tribe Biñho Cup winner is the newest team in Biñholiga. I mean, that... If I'm going to be honest, that's not who I thought was going to win Season 2.
I did not have money on him.
I did not have Adrian in the Final Four winning. So for this team to come and clean 2-0 in the Tribe Biñho Cup Finals, outstanding performance. Outstanding performance. I mean, Hato had a chance in this game to take the advantage and cushion it a little bit more. But as soon as Adrian had the lead, he did what Hato did in Game 1 and just put more in before Hato could respond.
Yeah.
And he finished this one 7-3 in the final.
Yeah. This is a statement here. Biñho's going international. The Filibiñhos, they got this championship. And for the namesake, taking it back to the homeland for your country and wherever your ventures may take you afterwards, my brother, congratulations. Yeah, we say rookie team, but this dude has played table sports like his whole life. So I'm jacking. That's why he won. He's got a little bit more age on us. A hard fought game from Cujo's. Never was out of it. Just didn't fully open the door yet. Like you got the address, they just didn't let you in the party yet, unfortunately.
No, but like you said, that was a very hard fought game from Hato. He didn't give up at all. As he was hitting his direct shots super early on, got a pinball shot as I mentioned, that could have been beneficial later on in the match if he needed something down. We didn't see it fall. He had a few chances, but they took a few bounces back up towards his side of the field. But in this one, Adrian, like you said, composure at its finest. Didn't let the moment get to him. He knew that he had to walk away. Just one more time with the win. Don't need a Game 3. He wanted that victory for himself. So, I mean, Season 2 is in the books as Adrian is our Tribe Biñho Cup winner.
You can officially hand it to him?
Yeah, we can officially hand it to him. We will have to retie the ribbons.
Here, come on the main frame.
Main frame.
What do you got to say?
Just let me block off this name over here.
Yeah, a little quick.
Feels really
A
good.
little quick post game.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Every single game I've had, I learned something from it. Especially the game we had where we tied. All it took was one shot for him to make it, and he immediately just tied the game. Like I had to have I can't give him any chances. If I did, I knew I would have had another Game 3, and I don't want another Game 3.
I
Thank you,
believe
guys.
that was your first road victory of this playoffs, if I am not mistaken. So,
It
I mean,
was.
that was a
Road
good
warrior.
time for it to come. The new road warrior. I mean, solid performance. And hats off to you, Hato. You played a very, very great season. As you won the New York doubles tournament last weekend, as you got one title under your belt this year.
I
No
didn't win money,
Biñho Bowl or Cup.
This should be down.
But Season 2 is it. And we thank you guys for watching. You watched from Game 1 all the way to this finals. Truly, truly appreciate you for sticking around. And please share this with a friend, younger sibling, cousin, anybody who enjoys
Send that
sports.
whole playlist.
Send the full playlist.
Like some 50 videos, 60 videos.
Yeah, you
All
know,
games.
football season's coming to an end soon. So for all you football fans, you need a new sport to watch. Biñho is your new thing. Tune into the rest of the community. Until next time, Biñholiga out.
All right, we have finished the season completely. First off, congratulations to Adrian.
Yes.
Such a historic season. That was truly unbelievable to see, especially when what happened to him and Club Shiesty happened. That was like, whoa,
Yeah.
playoffs are gonna be different when we're all in here, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, hats off to Adrian. I said it in game 1 of the series. I didn't think that was going to be the matchup in the finals. The oldest team versus the youngest team. It just didn't seem like it would line up that way, just because he had played one game going into his first game that counted towards his season. So it was kind of like we kind of threw him in the deep end of the pool with no lessons, nothing. He just like, hey kid, get out there.
No problem keeping up.
Not at all.
He's treading water like he's playing water polo. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
he's like a fish. So,
those guys are going for like 20 minutes just.
Yes.
And they're getting pulled down and shit.
The whole time getting pushed.
The water.
Yeah, you have to still try to score. So Adrian, you did that, and hats off from the jump. Contender. I mean, once we faced them, because early on we weren't playing that great to start the season, so we played them early. You didn't get the win. I don't think I got the win.
I got the tie. Yeah, I believe he got you.
Yeah, so early I was like, man, all right, maybe my fault of Adrian and Kevin not being in the playoffs, and maybe that is a long shot because these new teams. I mean, we were all new to this in season 1, so it's not really like we're 10-year vets in this. So playing up against you in the playoffs, that was just a treat for me as a commentary personality. It was just like the excitement on the 10 for sure.
Word. I appreciate that. I was going to counter those and say playing our style though is really what we're vets at, and that's being able to win in the 7 minutes is what makes it impressive. Like the guys over at Biñho probably would have no problem doing that.
Yeah.
Because you see the game of the day videos be 4 minutes, and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah, somebody went very quickly. Somebody caught the hot fire.
Those are guys who hit their shots. They're playing every single day with each other too.
Yeah.
Like it's really phenomenal to see over there, and I would recommend checking out that series. We have it down in the description of each and every video. But over here, it's about being able to do it and make sure that like there is no this is going to be a long game.
Yeah.
You know,
we play speed chess over here in Biñholiga, and Adrian, he was a master at speed chess this season. And I don't know, because like we said during the season, not every game is going to finish with, before that 7-minute timer. But a lot of games that Adrian was involved in, they went the distance with full 7 goals. I mean, he didn't just push the game to the 7-minute timer once he got the lead. He was trying to get as many goals as he could, and he padded his stats to the max. I mean, only Sammy was ahead of him in Lawrence, and then Sammy were ahead of him in goals scored, I believe. So, I mean, for that to be the case, and then to come through all the way and still put up 7 in every match. He put up 7 in all the games. They didn't go to the 7 minutes and he only had 4 goals and pulled out a 4-2 win. Nah, he was putting up shots consistently.
Yeah, that was a great game. I just think throughout the season you saw Adrian's game grow the way he said it did. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm honestly scared to see how it keeps growing because he's already won the cup now. He's one of the only 2 clubs that has a chance of putting their name on it twice. But he's the only club who could do it now 2 in a row right now.
Yeah, he stopped Lawrence early and then he came through. So, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna keep saying it just because it still doesn't seem real that Adrian won. I was kind of honestly, I thought Lawrence was gonna come in season 2 and win, and after finishing first when he didn't last year.
Oh, I was definitely afraid of that.
Way more dangerous because Aiden finished ahead of him last year, and then this season he was at the top of the table, so
like no problem.
It looked very threatening.
Yeah.
His only loss was to Aiden. And then, so 18
points is nuts. Out of 20, the 21 possible, that's great. That's what I'm saying. Like Lawrence had a near perfect season there, and in terms of goals, I believe he had 44 out of like the 51 available or something like that. 50 available.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
Like 49 available.
Steph
so
Curry
he was 5 off.
Steph Curry stats, like you see him winning, and then it's Oh wait, but he hit like all of his shots and he shot it like 5 times.
Yeah.
Like yeah, you won 7-0. He shot the ball 10 times in a game. It seems unreal, but that's why my thought in the beginning of the season. And then once playoffs started was, yeah, you're at the top alongside of him, but you still have to go through some veteran teams that have now played in the Phoenix tournament,
Yeah.
2 New York tournaments. So you're a more threatening club than you were to start the season. So that's why my thought was, all right, now you're in the finals, but I still don't know if I could see you winning this finals.
Right.
Because you were just coming off of a championship in a doubles tournament with
Yeah, that
Sean.
was.
So it was setting up for him to be an underdog. He came out and he stole everybody's money.
Doubles is definitely a different game too, in terms of like it gets your mind thinking, like in a sharing aspect sometimes.
For sure.
Although I mean, even Carl told me last night that he likes the every other trading back and forth between the teams rather than both teams shooting
Yeah.
on the same possession. I was like, interesting. He's like, I think it's a little cheesy on the other one. I was like, okay. I like setting people up though. I think it's fun.
Yeah, it's definitely unique. We were kind of like surprised that was the rules once we played on our first New York tournament, because our first time playing doubles was with the alternate shots.
Yeah.
And the games went pretty well. But then once we played having a possession and then switching possessions, the games are going much faster, and then we figured since we were already playing a 7-minute timer, these games will probably go way faster than our one-on-ones.
Yeah, and the scoring got much higher, as we saw. We lifted that 7 roll in that last Biñho Bowl game.
Yeah, so getting the
it got to
score...
a 13-12 or 13-11 finish or something like that. So
I mean, the entertainment level is definitely there to increase, and excitement between the players and you, the audience, is going to be gaining dramatically from going from a singles to a doubles, no matter the format, if it's alternate shots or possessions, just because you have 4 personalities trying to score, 2 teammates wanting to take a shot. If we do play that,
yeah,
how we were saying, if you just nobody has a set shot. If you want to go shoot. Even though you scored last time, you feel in the hot hand.
yeah.
Then you're gonna get teammates going back and forth. Like, no, this is my strong hand. So I think there's a lot of room for everybody's skills to show differently, especially the new young guns.
Yes, and come season 3, it's we're hoping to open up in terms of getting more, not necessarily clubs, but more players on the rosters of all the clubs. That way, we're having more personalities come in, and we're seeing more talent play in the timed system. Because like you said, it's kind of just like the difference between chess, non-timed, and timed. When you can play chess all day, you get some really phenomenal strategists. But those same strategists fumble when they're like, "Oh, I had to do this quickly."
And they look over and they see
and
their game is on a minute
tapping
left.
the timer. Where some people are like, "Oh, I know, I just need to keep trading you down, and I'll just rush in at the end."
Yeah, so there's different strategies that are to come, and definitely I think if we do play with possessions, Adrian's dominant quality on the baseline is going to be something to look after.
Oh, it's going to be almost automatic.
It's good. You're going to need it because, I mean, once you set up anybody, once you're on that back line, it's going to be hard to score. So I think, like you said, Adrian has the capability, or the opportunity, I should say, to put his name right next to his from season 2 to season 3.
Yeah.
With his skill set going into the next season.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And we like to we don't ever try to cater to either the bad or the good clubs. We just try to make sure that each club has the ability to hit their shots if they're on.
For sure.
Because it shouldn't always be an automatic, like, this guy is great, he's going to win. It shouldn't always be automatic. There should be days where he's not in form. That's really how you think about it. That's how soccer uses that term. And
yeah.
A lot of more sports should kind of think like that.
And we saw that happen in the playoffs. Once you and Lawrence faced off against each other, he kind of lost his form there. And then that's...
for sure. In game 1, I got the advantage.
Yeah, and then...
Then he kind of riled back in game 2 with, it was like, I'm still here. He hit that very first shot of the game, and I was like, all right,
this is going to be hard to get to. I got to get to the finals.
Here, I haven't shot since last game. Yeah. That was the other thing. Leading into that first game against Lawrence, I was shooting every day, and I was marking how good I was from the spots I was shooting from on a notepad.
Yeah.
So I was like, 3 for 10 on this alley from each little dot that I was putting it out on. So it was that was intense training. When you're not doing that, you're not shooting very well.
If I will say though, that intense training, it kept your direct shot, your Broadway shot as we call it, that was on point for the full playoffs. I mean, that was a solid shot, and whenever you needed it, it seemed like you were just, when the ball got right next to that striker pin, you just rifled that off into the back of the net. So that was a cool shot to see happen every time it was set up.
I appreciate that. I think we got a lot of cool types of shots here, between you being able to clear almost anywhere through the bands, and it ends up on the other opponent's side, in an area, a dangerous area where you can get a scoring chance, is phenomenal. Sammy's ability to use the wall, I don't know if it's by name or just nature.
It has to be some universe lineman, Sammy Off The Wall.
As the one who edits, I can attest to this. You'll see him lining up a shot all the time that's straight, and then he just randomly just goes, that's good. And then he just goes and scores. And you're like, what? How does that make any sense?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a deadly shot. And a lot more people probably should add it, because once you get through the side lanes, it just needs a little kick off the pin, turn it to a pinball shot very last second. And then that's how he scores a lot of his goals from on his defensive side.
Yeah,
a clear shot turns to a goal very quickly, depends on where it can hit off the band.
Yeah, and for other players, you got like Shane with his pop shot, which we've seen him change from the typical just popping it, and people have said that's very dangerous. He's started to develop it and use it in different ways that have, I mean, it works though.
It kicked me out of the playoffs last year, and I'm still petty about it. So it definitely is one of the most lethal shots in the league. You've had a few this season. You hit the crossbar in game 1. And we were doing a crossbar challenge on the season. Hato won. I believe you hit it a few times this year.
Just in that game, I think I hit it once or twice.
Yeah, you hit it twice in that match, but yeah, that pop shot, it's definitely a dangerous shot for sure, as it can just rifle off and you get a card. So
yeah, you have a lot of different abilities here in Biñholiga, and we're hoping to see more on display. If you'd like to come by, if you're in the New York area, tri-state area, come by. We film Sundays usually, and we would love to have some more players around.
For sure. We're looking to get a tournament going soon. If you, like you said, if you're around, let us know if you would be interested in being in the tournament. There'll be a little entry, but you will win a prize if you walk away in the top 3 teams. So we're looking to do something during the off season. Be sure to hit the website, all that, for all the latest blogs and Biñho updates, new merchandise coming. Everybody, if you're in a league, please stay tuned. We got something coming for all of you, something real big for the community. So check that out. Everything coming real soon.
Yeah, and we're just to say thank you. We're definitely going to be organizing a giveaway before season 3 begins, because you guys really boomed this channel, and like we said, we're really thankful for that. Watching from all the way back in August when we started with the Commentators Cup, start of season 2, and we just saw you guys just take it off. So we really appreciate that, and we can't wait to see what season 3 has in store.
For sure.
And to see what you guys are doing, because the whole community has been playing phenomenal. And being out in Phoenix, we learned just how good this game is growing and how good the community is at it.
For sure. And seeing the way that other games have built their communities with spike ball and cornhole just in mind, we have the opportunity to take this thing. So if you guys are interested, check out their website, grab yourself a board, and let us know if you want to join.
For sure. And until season 3, Biñholiga out.